Hello, Wayfarers. So welcome to the long-awaited Dread one-shot live stream, previously planned for Halloween, now happening for Christmas, and has been reskinned to be nice and festive for everyone. I am the games master for today's game. With me are these wonderful people here. We have, going around the room, we have Rob, Katie, Fergus, Sam, Rosie, and Sarah all joining me. Welcome, guys. I know for some of you, you've played this game before. I know for some of you haven't. For the people at home who may not be familiar with this as well, the system is very, very simple. It is a horror-based RPG. At any time when an action needs to be taken, or if a character's life is in danger, whether they are aware of that danger or not at the time, I will call for the players to draw from the Tower of Dread, as you can see on our special cam. I will ask them to draw from 1 to 3 blocks, depending on the difficulty of the thing that they are trying to achieve at that time. If the tower collapses, whoever the last player was that touched the tower, their character is removed from the game, usually through a horrific death. And so, as you can imagine, as this game goes on, actions and choices are going to mean a lot more and have a lot more chance of going horribly wrong. But with all of that out of the way,
I'm stressed.
I'm shaking.
You missed the chance for dreadfully wrong. I mean,
You played dreadfully.
No, and I'm horribly uncoordinated.
let us jump in to our festive Christmas party taking place at the Clayton homestead. John and Maureen Clayton have sent their daughter Kira off for the evening to be with her grandmother, and have invited all of the people in the neighbourhood to come and attend this wonderful celebratory party. Walking in through the main porch area and the sort of main foyer corridor, leading into the large family room, which has a massive 20-foot Christmas tree, beautifully decorated, presumably by some professional decorators. There is food out on the tables, there are drinks going around. That music is a bit loud for my liking. There is, on a vinyl record, a collection of classic Christmas carols playing throughout the room. And we walk, we pan over and we see our first party guest of the evening. Rob, if you would like to describe your character and introduce him.
So I'm...
You kept this secret the entire time we were setting up!
I know where that wig's from too.
Yeah, so I'm playing Walter Warchild Waldenowski, goes by Wally. He's an ex-professional wrestler who managed to segue his 80s career into a trucking company. He's now a multi-millionaire. He's called the White Trash Millionaire. He'll probably enter the party, definitely half cut on something, maybe alcohol, maybe not, and he'll immediately hang up some of his own merchandise on the Christmas tree. So Wild Child, it's a big W with flames on it. It does stand out pretty boy. And he'll just touch all the pieces of art, see if they're nailed down, and be like, where are the beverages?
You were greeted by John Clayton, this pale-skinned, nicely dressed with a completely black suit, shirt and tie, walks over and goes, "Oh, Walter, so glad you could make it. Please help yourself to a beverage. I see you've put something on our tree. How wonderful.
And 1984 original.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
I've got 100 of them in the back of my car, if you need any.
I do not doubt that for one moment. Please help yourself to some.
Do you need me to hang up my power jacket? He's got one of like those 80s blazers that only come up to here in pastel pink.
You're more than welcome with just more than welcome. It goes, Sandra, and this the housekeeper walks over and says, please take Walter's jacket to the cloakroom for us.
He says, I know I'm a celebrity, but just treat me like any normal
Oh, of course, sir. Wouldn't dream of treating you any differently. Very good.
Am I the first to you?
Yes, but the others should be along any moment now. You start helping yourself to some of the snootiest food and drink selections you possibly like. There are like 3 platters of just things with caviar on them. There is.
What type of drinks are we talking? What's the liquid situation like?
There is a large selections of different types of wine. There are bottles of champagne. They have a few boxes which are of like craft, like really fancy craft beers that they've purchased online for probably an extortionate rate.
Cool. I'll stuff one of the bottles of champagne in my jean back pocket, and I'll take 2 drinks and start walking around looking for somebody else.
Heck yes, absolutely.
Double fisted
drinks. Water goes out through the party. I can't take you seriously with the wig on.
That's amazing.
When I'm serious.
We move. We move over to our next party guest of the evening. Kate, if you would like to introduce your character for us.
So, Maynard, he doesn't wait for the door to be open. He's much older. He's actually carrying like a pump shotgun. If the door is open to him, he's standing there with a shotgun. And
the door is opened by Maureen Clayton, who the lady of the house opens the door and she goes, "Hello, oh, hello."
And he doesn't even look at her. He is looking through to find his neighbor, and he sees him and he like pumps the shotgun. He's like, You! I need to have words with you.
Yeah, come on, I'll give you a drink, old man.
He's like, and he points the shotgun at you and says, "Move it back."
I told you before. I need the foliage for the jungle garden. I'm going to buy a tiger. It needs more space. Can't have tiger. You're an animal cruelty person. You can't have a tiger in a yard that small. It's already on its way.
That's my land. You have no right moving the barrier.
I think it's the tiger's land now.
And at this, like, he pushes in past Maureen and gets right in.
It's a party. You can't. There's no guns. Well, you can have a gun at a party, but not.
Yes, let me put the gun in the cloakroom.
Not yet.
And he's like holding it like.
I'm gonna use the martini glass I've got to like edge it down. It's Christmas.
Maynard, why don't you come in and have a drink and let me put that somewhere safe for you?
No, he's like. Oh.
Talk about the fence later. I've got a golden garden hose I want to talk to you about. You've got more. I need to plug it into your water system.
Absolutely not.
Look, come on, come talk about it. We can figure something out.
Maureen has her hands full on the shotgun at the moment. She's like, Maynard, give me the gun.
At least Maynard will like actually punch him in the face.
That's fine.
I'm gonna drop everything everywhere. Be like, whoa! The bell hasn't even rang.
The gun is.
I need somebody to balance me out now.
Yeah, the gun is kind of taken into the small living room down here and placed in a cupboard safely where no one can get to it. A bit more time goes by, the door rings again, and we have our next party guest of the evening. Fergus, if you would like to introduce your character to us.
Okay, I am playing Dr. Cooper, who arrives wearing a very modest, slightly moth-eaten suit and tie, carrying a very, very cheap bottle of wine that he will hand to the hosts as he kind of comes in and goes, "Hi, I wasn't sure if I should bring anything, so I found this."
John just takes the bottle and goes, "Oh, okay, thank you. That's very nice of you. Please, we'll put it with the rest in the kitchen. Please come through." And he puts your your found like old dusty bottle of wine amongst a huge selection of like really fancy high-end wines.
I like what you've done. It's very nicely decorated.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, we had some people come in and do it. It's definitely worth the money, I would say.
It seems like you spent a lot.
Well, it was no trifle, but it is Christmas, so we like to go all out.
He kind of looks over to Maynard and
Wally, got me Wally. How we recognise me from TV.
Definitely, like, not deliberately avoiding them, but it's like, no, those people are sorting something out. I'm just going to... He grabs a drink and will stand in the corner, try not to make awkward eye contact with people, thinking to himself, why did I come here? Why did I come?
Too late now, you're in the room.
Yeah, he's in the room.
Okay. You get your drink. You two are still howling at each other. A little bit more time goes by, and our next character arrives. Our next party guest, Sam. If you would like to introduce your character for us.
Reginald Ptolemy III of the Ptolemy dynasty. Perhaps you've heard of us.
Of course we have, Reggie. It's so good to have you here.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Are you still following that silly science stuff, or?
Well, I mean, to each their own, I say.
Well, after a couple of sherries, I'm sure I can persuade you to understand the real world.
I'm sure you'll try.
Yes, no worries. And I'll walk in with my briefcase.
You wear the briefcase.
Yeah. And I've got a smoking jacket on with a cravat, but I've also got a turtleneck underneath that as well.
You walk in to the kind of like main dining area, just like set your briefcase up on the counter, just like ready to pop it open at any given time as soon as someone approaches you.
Can I ask the hostess?
Yes.
My dear, the food and drink, where was it prepared and by whom?
It was prepared in our kitchen by a catering company.
Do you know their beliefs on, What do you know their beliefs?
Of the catering company?
Yes, their worldview.
I believe they...
Do they think E equals MC squared?
I shall send an inquiry.
Well, I didn't mean to be rude, but I mean, without assurances, I'll have to refrain from the food. It's much appreciated, though, and I'll open my briefcase and I'll pull out a sandwich and a bottle of like shandy that I brought with me for myself.
She goes, "Great to have you here, Reginald." And she kind of walks away.
There's very people come to this party. I love it. No normal people have arrived.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As this very all of a sudden very tense party atmosphere
Maynard's fault.
has already started to form. The next party guest of the evening arrives. Rosie, if you'd like to introduce your character for us.
Okay. Good God. Okay.
Do you need some help coming up with details?
Well, we can come back to you if you want a bit of time to think about it. So the next party guests to arrive then are Richard Boulevard and her daughter Sarah. His daughter Sarah. If you would like to introduce your character.
Lonnie Boulevard is wearing like a simple black dress and like a mink coat thing on top of it and a little clutch purse, and she's holding her phone in front of her and just constantly texting. Kind of glances up as like her father has pleasantries, and she just kind of walks by and is like, "Hi."
Maureen kind of looks at you and goes, "Hi, Lonnie. How are you
Hi.
doing?"
I'm alright.
Great.
Where
Well,
are the drinks?
oh, the drinks are through in the kitchen.
Thank you.
You're welcome to help
She
yourself.
walks past.
Like, oh, okay.
She'll go and where the drinks.
Charming daughter, Richard. The party starts to kind of starts getting going. A couple more people in the area show up. Rosie, feel free to jump in at any time once you have an idea of what you're doing. There are a bunch of beautifully wrapped presents underneath the tree, with all of them in the kind of same uniform, red and gold wrapping with ribbon and bow. Again, probably professional wrappers have done this job. There is one central piece underneath the tree, which appears to be for their daughter, which is a very beautiful doll, like baby doll toy, that the wrapping has been done so that the window displaying the toy is still visible.
Oh, wow.
And that is kind of like the central piece underneath the tree for their daughter. As the evening continues to go and people have more drinks, and the Claytons hope beyond hope that the atmosphere starts to settle a little bit from all the party guests in there. Have you...
yeah, I have.
You've got there. The final party guest of the evening shows up. So Rosie, if you'd like to introduce your character for us as well.
I think Leonard Ockham is comparable in appearance to a rat, for lack of a better word.
Did not expect you to say that, yeah.
He looks to be about like 17 or something, and he's just like, "Is Lonnie Boulevard here?"
Yes, she's just through here. Please come in.
Thanks.
All right. You kind of like wander in to this very, very ostentatious, decorated space, and see all the people hang around and having their party, and you see Lani over in the corner with.
She's got a glass of champagne.
A glass of champagne, there you go. Texting and drinking on the corner of the room.
He also picks up like a glass of champagne, so he's got something in common with her. He keeps looking over. He's trying not to make it weird, but it's definitely weird.
Wonderful. As the party goes on, what are people doing at this party?
I'm going to approach the hair man. Hello, my good man. I don't believe we've met.
What's going on, brother?
Oh, yes. My name's the name's Reginald. Reggie, they call me.
Reggie, I'm Wally.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Wally. What do you do for a living?
Party 24/7. What about you?
Oh, I'm a renowned xenoarchaeologist, sir.
Is that like a bug man?
No, I'd study,
Not like the kids you put the butterflies on outside of gym class. I remember them, yeah.
Oh, no, that's not me, sir, no.
AV Club. I know what you're talking about.
I actually, it's quite interesting, in fact. I actually specialise in the study of ancient societies and how they were affected by alien influence.
Oh, like Egyptians.
Oh, exactly! My surname, sir, is Ptolemy. Do you know that?
Tell me what? What are you talking about, man?
No, don't worry, sir. That's fine.
I'm in the corner just glaring.
Oh, right, okay.
But look, I'll put my arm around you and I'll be like, and I'll walk you over to the drinks and I'll be like, let me tell you about how Pharaoh made a deal with the Zaplans. Oh yes.
Okay.
That's right.
You go away and start.
So I'm looking at your briefcase like, alright,
Just absolute insanity. What is Maynard up to at the moment?
Oh, Maynard is literally just like
Just sat there
staring,
glaring.
like just darts.
Did you take my Polaroids of the tiger I'm buying? I was trying to show you them.
Oh, you gave it to me,
Yeah.
and I burn it in front of your face.
Rude.
Like what? Like you have no right moving my land border.
You burn them in front of his face.
Yeah.
Go ahead and draw from the tower for me.
Oh!
Spirit of the tiger.
I am the tiger. It's the thrill of the
So you're looking. You are
not
handing
going.
over these. Wally is handing over this photo after photo after photo to Maynard, and Maynard just takes the whole lot in his hand, flicks through them, pulls out a lighter, and just starts burning them. Holds them up in front of you as these photos of your tiger burn in his hand,
Lonnie's recording.
and drops it on the floor.
And I drop them, I put them out,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, that's what I think of your goddamn tiger.
I guess you're not an animal lover. That's sad. It's real sad. He's coming. He's already in the air right now.
Do you know cats share
Well, I've got a
genetic-
bullet with his name on it.
He's threatening to kill my tiger.
I'd show some respect. Cats share a genetic ancestry with the Zaplins.
Yeah, probably.
We literally just discussed.
I have no business with you. My business is with him.
Our business is done, son. Talk to my
It's
lawyers.
not done. I have a bullet with their names on it as well.
Can't just go around shooting everyone.
They step on my property, it's my right.
It's my property.
Doctor, what are you up to?
He's weirdly fascinated by the shit show that is Maynard and Wally. He's kind of sitting there like trying to watch without watching. He's like, this is fucking mental. What? He's just like getting a drink and watching, and then getting another drink and watching.
Don't put too close to the tornado.
Yeah, no, he's staying a good distance back, but he's like, okay, well this is.
John Clayton approaches you. He's just like nursing a glass of very dark red wine.
Thanks, Johnny.
Okay. And she goes, it's approaching the doctor.
I take it as it goes.
It's mine.
And he goes, quite a crowd this evening, isn't it, Doctor?
Yes, no, I wasn't expecting so many people. Being new to the neighbourhood, I thought I'd just introduce myself, but this is rather a lot.
Well, we've only recently moved here ourselves, so we wanted to take the chance to get to know everyone a bit better, and it's slowly regretting that choice, but the night is still young, so
Yes.
let us drink and enjoy ourselves and hope that the night ends without anyone killing anyone.
Is that a possibility?
At this point, I wouldn't rule it out, but we'll
Oh, well.
we'll remain
Well,
hopeful.
Orion's in the sky this time of year. It's good to. I've always found that that's a bit of a lucky charm.
Very well.
He will just awkwardly sidle away from the host.
And Lonnie, and what was your character's name? Lucy?
Leonard.
Leonard. Lonnie and Leonard. What are you guys doing as the party goes on?
Lonnie's just like, that's going on TikTok like right now, and that's gonna get so many views.
He's sort of like scooting towards her, sort of as the night goes on.
She seems like, oh hi.
Hi.
My
name's Leonard. And he sort of like holds out his hand limply to.
Hi, Leonard. I'm Lonnie. What are you doing here? I thought this was a party for like old people.
Oh, my parents are coming along later. They didn't want to leave me home alone, because I can get a bit crazy. Well,
Right.
Yeah.
Daddy rules.
Cool. She'll start to turn away.
The evening goes on with hostility and awkwardness.
Yes.
There is the sound of banging coming from the front door. as the night goes on. And John kind of looks around at like all the different guests and is like, don't think I was expecting anyone else, but I'll go see what's going on.
Probably the police for you know.
And and he heads out of the main family room to go and check the front door and porch. He's gone for all of 5 minutes when the power in the building goes out. The music stops, the lights go dark. The light of the moon shines in through the patio doors, but it's hard to see much of anything. And aside from a couple of surprised yelps as the initial lights go out, there is no sound except for beneath the Christmas tree, where the sound of scratching against paper and plastic begins to fill the room.
Are the drinks in the same room with the Christmas tree?
Yes.
Lonnie will start to move because she does not like rats. So she'll start to...
Go ahead and draw from the tower for me.
Okay.
There we go. Lonnie starts kind of shuffling away in the darkness from the sounds coming from beneath the Christmas tree, and makes her way to the farthest point she can. Thankfully, most of the room is quite big and open, and she does not trip over anything on the way there. As this noise continues, you finally hear a tear and a crack of breaking plastic, and then little footsteps running away from the Christmas tree.
No.
Do you have a cat?
Maureen looks at you and says, no, I don't. Sandra dear, can you go and check the fuse box for us? And you hear the footsteps of the housekeeper make their way across towards the front door, and then very suddenly stop as she makes her way out of the room.
Is this on the street? Is this a street-wide power cut, or is it more localized?
Looking out from the patio, this area is quite closed off, and it's difficult to. You can't really see any of the other houses from where you are on the street. And their garden's enclosed as well, so there's not really any visibility. If you want to go and investigate, you can try.
Lonnie's trying to make her way to the back door. This is her opportunity to sneak out.
Yeah, no, I would like
Is Lonnie
Okay.
following her?
Go ahead, Ferguson. Pull a block from the Tower of
We're
Dread.
investigating.
Can you take from anywhere, right?
Yeah, it will, except it's Jenga rules,
yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
assuming. so
standard
not the
Jenga
top
rules, so
What are the standard
not from the
rules?
top.
Not
You
Yeah.
can
Not
pull
top
anywhere,
three.
just not the top 4 layers?
Top
3.
Top 3 layers, I think it is, yeah.
Does that include the incomplete one, or is it the top 3 complete layers?
Top 3 complete layers, yeah. So the doctor slowly makes his way over to the patio door, opens it to step outside so that he can get an actual look at one of the neighbouring houses. The neighbouring houses all seem to have power. There seems to be a very localised power cut. As you go to return through the patio door, the door slams in your face.
So I'm outside.
You are outside.
Oh no.
Yes, there we go.
You are outside in the pool area.
Mm.
You know,
Um,
I think if we could assemble a whole lemon from all the lemon slices and the glasses, we might be able to make a battery out of it. I'm very smart.
Yes, Lily.
That's neat.
Well, this reminds me of the time when I was at the dig in King Solomon's tomb, and I mean, darkness. I mean, come on, we're not children, are we? I mean, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. And I'll go and try and help. Or actually, I'll go first of all. I'll walk over to the table where the alcohol is, and I'll put some in my bag because no one can see what I'm doing. And I can pretend that I brought it with me.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go and try and help the maid find the fuse box.
Okay. I am going to ask you to draw from the tower. You're going to draw 2 for me.
What?
You're going to draw 2 for me. One of which is to make it through the room in the darkness. And the second of which will be to keep your composure in a second.
If something were to happen. Yeah.
Reginald Ptolemy has the strength of a pharaoh, sir. You'll see that. My ancestors will be proud.
Like the
Your
pyramid.
alien ancestors?
Solid like the pyramids, sir.
So Reginald makes his way steadily and slowly over to where the alcohol is, keeping as quiet as possible as he throws a couple of bottles of drink into his bag.
Point of order, what's the...
Before
How long can you pull off once you touch
I
it?
thought it was.
You are always welcome to abandon a pull.
Okay.
If you do fully abandon a pull from the tower, then something bad still happens to you, but it's not end of your character.
Oh my god.
That's crazy, man. Everyone.
And as
Yes!
he heads from the room,
Pharaoh's blood, sir.
out into the corridor,
Yeah.
he stumbles slightly, realizing that you've tripped over something, and look down to see the body of the housekeeper lying face down on the floor.
What state is the body in?
She is not moving. She is not breathing.
Is any visible marks?
It's still very dark, but having a look at her, you take another step and realize that you are stepping in something wet, and look down and see blood on the floor around her.
Is her face intact?
Her face is currently face down on the floor.
Can I roll her over and see if her face is intact?
Go ahead and draw from
Right.
the tower for me.
Wonderful stuff.
Oh no, I didn't knock it!
You gotta be careful not
That's
to
a
knock
straight
the
up
table.
bad idea.
Reginald
Gotta go for
slowly
little pieces.
approaches the body,
Man.
crouches down beside her,
Lie down here.
and begins to move her over, being very careful not to disturb her too much.
That
Man.
Sounds a data.
Man, we really... This
As her
No,
body
you did
turns
not.
over,
Oh
her
no!
matted hair brushed out of her face, as Reginald sees
Oh god.
a pair of scissors planted directly in the middle of her forehead.
Oh.
I hate you.
Yeah.
So by that I can tell that the brain is damaged.
Yes.
I'm going to remark to myself, well, we take it out during mummification, I'm sure she'll be fine. And then I'll go back and notify everyone else what's
Let's someone else do something.
Is the door that slammed in me locked? If
As
I try and open it,
You try and open the door, and the door is currently locked.
Maynard is looking for his gun.
Maynard's going for his gun. Okay. Maynard heads out into the family room. I will say this is going to be a... This is going to be 2.
Okay.
The first one is going to be you are going to have to walk over the body of the housekeeper to get to the room where the gun is.
I was a numb. Doesn't bother me.
It's more of a try not to stumble over the body. And then the second one will be to actually search for the gun.
Okay.
So Maynard, in the darkness, his old age, walking through the room and the corridor, and across the foyer, sees the body of Sandra, the housekeeper, lying dead on the ground, with Reginald crouched next to it, and the pair of scissors sticking out of her head. Begins to slowly walk over and try not to step in the blood, and try not to step on the body. Gets past without disturbing her, and goes into the little living room there, and begins opening up the cupboards to search for his gun. The first cupboard opens.
This is like...
my palms are sweating on your behalf.
The first cupboard opens.
Oh, yes!
Casey.
And amongst the coats, the rifle is sat against the wall. You grab it and cock it and return to the main family and living space. As you look across from the living space to the front door, you notice that a number of boards have now been nailed across the front door, nailing it shut.
I'm gonna go blame Wally. It's like, this was you. This is your doing.
I'd be like,
You ruin everything.
don't you have like, you're like an old crotchety guy. Have you got like a lantern in your trousers or something? Can we light it up? It's so dark in here.
Is Leonard actually trying to make
I've got a lighter.
Oh,
put the lemons together?
Yeah, but they keep falling apart in his hands, and now he's just got sticky hands and lemon juice everywhere. He's like, he turns to Lenny and he's like, this is like that movie, Overnight at Camp Zombie, a ghost starts haunting the tents. Oh, wow, you should come over to my house and watch it sometime. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Oh, classic.
She's looking for like the back door
Okay.
to leave.
So you're looking to get through, get to the back door. So you've seen that the patio
Garage.
door
Probably to the garage.
to the garage, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and draw for me. This is going to be. This is going to be. This will be 1 for now.
Okay.
For now. Zalani quickly tries to move away from Leonard. And the very annoying conversation that seems to be going on there for her.
Man,
She.
these are really stuck.
It's so top heavy.
I know. I'm trying to make it less top heavy. No.
And
No. I want to survive.
you make your way over and find the door next to the utility that leads through to the garage. The door opens.
Mm-hmm.
You enter into the garage. There is a very nice Porsche in there.
Mm-hmm.
And as you go to approach the garage door that would lead out of the area,
Yeah.
I need you to go ahead and pull another block for me.
Okay.
Landing cautiously.
Not left-handed.
Cautiously, give yourself additional handicaps on this.
Oh man, I'm shaking. It's horrible.
Landing cautiously, making her way across the
Yeah, I can do
across the garage to the door in the darkness.
I don't want to be the first one out, so I'll take
In
that
the
one.
darkness. In the darkness, As you get to the garage door, the door itself is locked down to the ground. And as you go to pull on the door, from a shelf above you, a number of tools from the garage come clattering down as if something were running behind them and knocking them off, and fall right near you. However, you were able to jump out of the way as they clatter to the ground.
She squeals, "Ah, it's rats! Ew!" And she'll run to the opposite.
And you run back into the main room where everyone. Are you running back into the main room, or are you running into? There's like a utility and a bedroom and a bathroom there. So.
I'll just run out of the garage into that hallway.
Into the hallway.
Where should probably turn out run into Leonard.
Yes.
He's like, I
I'm
can
trying
catch
to make
rats.
my way to the front of the house. Like, go round
I'd be
and
attracted to the
round.
lemon smell.
Round
of
and
the
round to the front.
How many plants do you
No.
You. You.
Yeah, I should try and make my way to the front of the house.
You start walking your way around, kind of squeezing through the bushes to get through to the front of the house. As you are walking round the side of the building, I'm going to ask you to pull from the tower. As you walk past a series of lawn ornaments that, like loads of anthropomorphic lawn ornaments. There's like a couple of garden gnomes set up in a little display with like a little porcelain frog amongst them. And you swear as you walk past them that their heads turn to look at
I'm gonna
you.
die to fucking no. Oh no! I'm gonna die to a gnome!
You take off running.
I am not dying to a gnome. That is not happening.
There's also a frog. Don't worry.
No, I'm not dying to.
I hope the frog gets you. No offense. It's just like
No, that's.
I want you to survive, but
This
if
is-
you're gonna go, get killed by a porcelain frog.
Okay, that's not as.
You charge off around.
That was so.
Oh,
Oh, I'm shocked. For
This is
That-
where you gotta be careful though.
yeah, because it is wobbling.
Oh my god!
You run.
Alright, who's gonna
You
die?
My heart skips a beat!
You run charging round the side of the house away from these supposedly now alive lawn ornaments. As you run through and across to the front porch, you see the body of John Clayton
Uh-oh.
nailed to the front porch.
No! Can I leave? Can I just leave?
Leave the party.
Yeah! I don't want to be here anymore.
You you run off towards the kind of like front security gate of this property, and the gate it's an electronic gate and it's currently completely deactivated.
Okay. I'm gonna get out my phone, and I'm gonna try and call somebody, the authorities, because this is clearly there is something going on here, and
Very clear.
I am freaking out.
Is there a guard for our gated community? I like the idea
Yeah.
to call them.
Yeah.
So that, like I want to call like the guard.
You
Yeah. Jeremy's got to be on duty now, right? I'm paying all this money.
Yeah.
you pull out your phone and put in a call to Jeremy, the guard for the gated community, and the call goes immediately to voicemail.
Shit.
Oh.
Slacker.
Okay. There's gonna be word at the next
There is.
meeting, if there is a meeting.
There is. It's at my house.
Homeowners Association.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can
Okay,
hear the sounds of footsteps and the hopping of a porcelain frog
No!
approaching from across the
It
garden.
gets scarier the longer it goes on. It's the cutest at first.
Riveting.
Yeah, that's alright.
That was scary, Sam.
That was. Oh no.
Let's cut over to someone else for a minute. Give Fergus a time to panic.
Now I found the body and I came back to the main room and told everyone stuff.
Yes.
But can I actually go and look for the fuse box now to try and like?
Yes, that's what you're on your way to do.
Yeah. So you head on over. So you head on over to the study area, as it's the nearest room to the front door other than the living room, and who puts a fuse box in their living room, right? Heading in through there, there is a series of cabinets along one of the walls.
Okay.
And you begin opening up all the cabinets until you find the fuse box inside.
How many cabinets?
There's a number of cabinets in there. Most of them have ledgers and other bits of literature in them, or legal documents.
Or literature.
But
In the propaganda. Oh,
yeah. But
The encyclopedia.
Oh god.
the one that has the fuse box, you open it up, and you see that the fuse itself has become... It's been pulled out, but it hasn't been taken away. So it's just lying on the floor in front of the fuse box.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I'll just be like, oh, that was a lot more simple than I thought it would have been. No, and just like get to press it back in.
Okay, you're going to draw 2 for me.
Oh.
One is to actually
Someone's
put the fuse back in.
Someone's getting electrocuted.
One is to put the fuse back in. And 2 will be for what happened next. So,
No, don't do that one.
Sam, that one is not.
It's not budging.
You
You screamed. Did you hear?
reach down, pick up the fuse box, pick up the fuse,
This is no good.
and check on the fuse box to make sure everything
This
is
like
switched
legit
off.
Impossible.
I don't be implicated.
You are
Let's take that one, I
welcome.
think. Yeah.
You are welcome to reject the pull if you
No.
want. Something bad will happen, but it will not result in your character's death.
Yikes.
As you,
Can you touch other blocks while you're trying to get a block out?
yeah, it's just only one hand. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can multiple fingers.
Give her.
Oh.
So you
Oh no.
you reach down and
Oh, this is
grab
not
the
good.
fuse.
It's already that way heavy.
But
Okay,
it usually
look.
like shifts after you take it out.
I
Then
can't
it, like,
look.
it resettles.
pulls the fuse,
Oh, Reggie.
lifts it up, goes to place it in the fuse box,
Pharaoh bless me.
making sure that the power is switched off beforehand.
Put the Imhotep.
Imhotep.
As you turn the fuse, turn the power back on, and the fuse goes in, the lights come back on across the property, and as you turn around, on the desk,
Let there be light, as the god Ra once said.
on the desk in the study, there is a little statuette of a fisherman, which, with his fishing rod, immediately looks up at you, pulls the line of the fishing rod, and jumps at you.
Oh yes, that's so good.
Strangled by a fisherman figure.
I'm actually sweating.
If anyone can do
We
it,
got like the kids' rooms full of precious moments.
Oh
you can do this.
no!
Oh, chat's been active.
Magic.
As this thing lunges at you and begins wrapping the fishing line around your neck.
What happens if we get to a point where it's just impossible? You just go.
Either someone is...
Somebody's
Someone's gonna die.
done because
Bad
someone's
things
gonna
just
die.
keep happening. No one wants to pull.
Yeah. Oh yes, folks. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No.
It's gone.
thing
Surely that's gone.
pulling on the line and you gripping onto the line yourself, trying to keep your airway clear and keep yourself from asphyxiating from this thing.
I reckon I look through one eye.
You
The eye of Horus.
struggle and struggle as this tiny statuette is trying its hardest to kill you and end your life.
Oh, God, I feel sick.
And you have this overwhelming sense of confirmation of your
How the fuck did you do that?
beliefs.
It's not over yet.
That was that.
Of your beliefs.
Uh,
That yes, there is more to this world than we seem to see and seem to know.
Witchcraft.
Oh my goodness.
You
Stop it.
you grip and pull on the line, pulling it away from your neck more and more. More as this thing fights back against you.
It's not. Oh my goodness. No.
Oh
my goodness.
Fighting.
I think it's.
Fighting. You rip the string fishing line
Miracles.
away from your neck and launch this statuette against the wall. It shatters
you haven't
into
done something
pieces
for a while.
against the floor as you immediately run out of the study.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone else back in the main room, you see as the lights come back on, the Christmas music starts up again. The Christmas lights all turn on, and looking beneath the Christmas tree, the box that held the little toy doll has been torn open, and the doll is no longer inside.
From the inside?
From the inside.
Yeah.
This is what happens when the spirits are angered. You.
And at this point I can reveal the monster that won the poll was the possessed doll.
Of course it was.
And apparently the possessed god knows as well.
Well, I have to give it some abilities.
That's great. That's great.
Oh
bad.
no.
Oh no.
Looking around the room,
This is like Toy Story.
everyone can now see the dead body and the blood in the hallway from the housekeeper. Maureen Clayton lets out a massive scream as she runs through the door into the master bedroom suite. And the rest of you all look around and see a state of horror and chaos. Things are broken, things have smashed over the floor. Lani is standing in the hallway by the garage with her hair messed up, her dress slightly torn. Maynard is stood there with a shotgun in hand.
There's only one shot in there, by the way, because I didn't leave with a bunch of bullets.
Okay, there's
Just to let you
just
know.
a single
Just
shot
to
in the
let you
shot.
know.
Just a single shot shotgun.
Just for me.
It will. Now it
Literally
has
got a
it
name
has
on
your name. Yeah, it's got
There's a wall
your
outside.
Wally's name on it, and the next one he's gonna go etch is the tiger's name.
Yes. And looking
Ow.
around the room, what is... Let's see, who hasn't done anything for a little
I haven't
bit?
done anything.
I feel like I've
Let's
earned
say, yeah, what
amnesty
is,
for a little bit.
what is Wally doing
Um,
as he sees this scene of bloodshed and carnage?
he's going to be like, this is not cool. I need to go to the bathroom. And I go to the bathroom.
Alright, you walk on through to the nearest bathroom. You push past Lani and go into the little corridor bathroom there.
Jeez.
Sorry, little
And go to like
People like that are
compose
so
yourself.
I know, right?
Trying to compose yourself and
It's fine, I have
take
something
care,
for that.
take care of stuff.
Yeah, I close the door. I lock it, and I take my medicine.
You you put like some powder on your hand and sniff it. And as you do, the door behind you leading into the little girl's bedroom opens.
What?
Oh
no!
Oh no! Don't want to be in the kids' room. I'll take in my medicine. Bad vibe.
As you kind of like give yourself another quick buzz, you look around, seeing the door creak open. With a pair of very low to the ground, yellow glowing eyes staring up at you from that room.
I would like to leave.
Go ahead
Oh,
and
is it with the toilet seat? The top bit. What's that part of the toilet called? The tank top?
Oh, right.
oh, the tank lid,
Yeah, probably pick that. But I actually won't hit it. I'll defend myself if the eyes come near me.
Okay, go ahead and draw a block from the tower for me.
They don't want to. Oh well. The wig is hot anyway, so. I don't feel good.
As the eyes of this thing stare up at you,
Oh,
little footsteps bring the figure of a small toy doll into light,
Okay, no.
and it looks up at you,
Can it not?
its face smiling,
Very probably.
just goes,
Where?
Very
Well,
probably.
here.
and just looks up and goes,
Oh, that one.
do you want to play? And you see this thing slowly approach, holding behind its back a knitting needle larger than its body. As it slowly walks towards you in the bathroom, you pick up the tank lid from the toilet and hold it up, ready to smash this thing away from you as it approaches.
I would just like to say, Matthew,
It
your narration is very stressful.
That's the idea.
I know. It was a compliment
Thank you.
from a very painful place.
It pulls its hand out from behind its back, revealing the long knitting needle in its
I'm
hand.
getting crab in my thumb. Oh, gosh, I will never look at this game the same again.
Begins what, Jenga.
I'm gonna have PTSD whenever I see a Jenga tower now. I'm gonna be like, oh no.
As it walks out, walking over
Just give me
slowly.
45 minutes.
You swing at it a couple of times. It's so small and low to the ground, it's hard to actually get a hit on this thing. Until it leaps up and lunges at you. You go and swing to try and swat this thing out of the air. And the toilet lid collides with the doll, smashing it into the bathtub.
Oh my goodness.
And you immediately run out of the room, closing the door behind you.
You are one lucky.
How is
lucky.
anyone getting one on top of that? There's no space.
We'll skill a bit.
They'll have to position it. They'll have to
Wedge.
Wiggle it.
wedge it through and move it. As Wally returns, runs out of the room with Lani standing in the hallway.
I know what it looks like, but it was real.
Let's
I'm very impressed, but I hate you.
cut across. Leonard hasn't done much
he
yet.
hasn't done anything.
He hasn't really done anything yet. Leonard, you're a young man in this building, and your parents have not arrived yet.
I just told Lonnie that they're not coming.
They're not coming. Okay. You're here on your own. There is a dead body in the hallway. Creepy sounds have been going on. You've just heard the sound of some kind of banging coming from the bathroom in the next corridor. Lani is stood there a bit dishevelled and damaged. What is Leonard doing?
I think he definitely wants to stay where it's brightest and most open. So probably going to say, we should probably go back to the hall, and start heading back in that direction, hoping Lonnie will follow him.
Yeah, I don't want to be left alone.
So
no, I would never leave you alone.
Lani and Leonard head over to. Are you heading over to like the main family room?
Well, the hall that we were in with the Christmas tree and all that, or wherever.
Yeah, the main kind of central room. Yeah. Okay. You guys head on over from the corridor into the main family room. The lights all on in the room. Seeing outside, you can see the kind of patio area, the pool, and then back through into the corridor, you can see the dead body of Sandra on the floor with scissors.
Lonnie screams.
Lonnie screams out a blood-curdling scream from the main family room. And looking over beneath the Christmas tree, you guys see a number of the boxes underneath the tree start to shuffle around.
It's a bird.
I sort of step in front of her, like put my arm out, and I pick up a chair from the table.
You pick up a chair
Anticipation.
in anticipation of whatever is going to come out from underneath this tree. You grab this chair. The presents all begin to shuffle. And you just hear the sounds of scratching coming from within them. And as you watch in preparation, you see a number of small hands burst through the packaging of these presents, and from within, pulling themselves out, there is a teddy bear. There is a sort of like a Barbie that pops out of one of them, and from the third present pops out a small fluffy looking creature. Doesn't seem to really have any limbs to it, although it does have feet and hands and long pointed ears and a beak. And you look
Is it
down.
a Furby?
It is a Furby.
Totally not going for the
Yeah.
Must have
Furby.
been from the vintage.
The Furby.
Furby.
Popping out of their gift wrapping, and all three of them marching towards you as you stand there with the chair ready.
Where's
and
the
prepared.
nearest adult?
The nearest adult is probably I think Maynard's in this room. Yeah, with a shotgun.
What's immediately next to us?
So from where you were standing at the moment, next to you there is the kitchen counter.
I'm
where
assuming there's a block of knives on the kitchen counter.
there is a block of
I
knives
will
on the
grab
kitchen.
one of like the biggest handle.
You grab the biggest handle and pull out. You
It's
grab
like
the
a
biggest
cheese knife.
and you pull out. No, you pull out like a full-on meat cleaver
Yeah,
from
yeah.
this thing.
I was like, oh, that's way smarter. You're really clever. You know,
No stabby stuff.
if this was a zombie apocalypse, I'd want you on my team.
That's the dorkiest thing I've heard all day, and I've been hanging out with you for a while now.
You both kind of like arm yourself. Maynard is also there with the shotgun. You are seeing all of this happen.
I am
as
not
these
wasting
toys-
my bullet on toys.
Yeah, he's looking at you like.
as these toys come through.
You're just like,
The Barbie, like as you three are kind of like lined up and armed in whatever way you are armed, whether you're going to shoot this or not is up to you. The Barbie turns towards Lani. The Furby turns towards Leonard. And the teddy bear turns towards Maynard. As they slowly begin to approach on the three of you.
I leave the room.
And Maynard's like, kids and their technology these days. Just looking at the toys like, isn't this what they're supposed to do?
Yes.
Like, he's not exactly like scared of them. He doesn't think that they
I'll
know.
wait- I'll
In my day,
until-
we went big with
Okay.
the hoop and a stick.
Leonard, you are the first one. You were the first one to see this, so you are the first to react.
I'm gonna try and sweep at them with the chair to try and sort of like knock the three of them in the same direction.
Go ahead and draw from the tower.
Good luck, my friend.
That's the one I was telling you.
Yeah.
This is the hard part.
Yeah, this is
This
the
is
really,
the part that's gonna like.
really.
You got it.
Can we make allowances so that she can get the? Because the guys put this on really weird.
See, she
Well
doesn't
done,
know how
Rosie.
bruises are broken.
Rosie,
Like it was nothing.
Leonard.
Oh my goodness.
Leonard swings the chair across, batting them all across to the side. In a remarkable show of defense, Lani, you were running from the room,
I'm
right?
leaving the room, yes.
Oh, you missed his heroic moment. That's so tragic.
Yeah, turn around as Leonard does this really cool heroic
Hands
thing.
at some point and like run off.
No, he doesn't deserve it.
Lani running from the room. Sarah, go ahead and draw a block from the tower for me.
Oh, okay.
Probably not.
No, I think we
No.
can.
My character will be like, good, I can go move the line again.
If you die, I'm buying your property.
My property is like a
Every-
disaster
I'm
area.
going to bulldoze it down.
That's what all the developers want to do.
Ugh.
As the three as the three toys are just launched across the room from this
I
chair.
was thinking more along the lines.
It's actually leaning that way, so you want to make it these ones.
Oh! It's no longer leaning that way.
No.
Oh no!
It's inevitable.
Okay.
That's what you get for running away.
As Lani,
You know,
as
I
Leonard
can't
she's a
because-
horrible person. So.
bats these three toys away, Lani
Yeah, I can't.
runs out into the corridor and slips over on the blood of the housekeeper, falling to the floor. As Lani looks up, from around the corner, the broken remains of the fisherman statue come hobbling around come hobbling round the corner, and with its fishing pole, its now broken fishing pole, jumps onto Lani's back and just continues to repeatedly stab her.
I didn't even want to be here.
until she's bleeding out
Where's her dad?
and dead. And with the first death, we've reset the Tower of Dread.
Wow.
And we have one character down, so
I'm
starting.
I'm so sorry you died, but I feel so much better right
Yeah.
Now that we
It
are
is it's like someone scratched the itch.
now that we are one character down, starting from Rob, we are going to draw one block each.
I feel like this is more wobbly than a classic Jenga tower.
You mean my
This
cheap
is-
knockoff isn't as
Put some extra
stable?
jelly in there.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
talking
'cause
about
the-
this Chenga tower.
Jenga tower. It's not very often that
Has
the
some
teenage
painted.
girl is the first to go in horror films.
No, it's really not.
She's usually the one that
Depends how
leaves.
annoying
Oh
they
god,
are.
there's no girls in this party anymore. Leonard wants
Leonard's gonna end up being the hero.
That is true. There's just the
Oh, if
first
Lennon ended
test.
up being the hero, that would be.
That'd be the best.
would
That's
be
how this
amazing.
should end.
No way. Wally's got a franchise to build.
Wrong way.
What?
Yeah.
Wally's got a tiger pen to.
Yeah, someone's got to feed that
Tiger
tiger.
delivery.
It's on its way now.
I mean, you can't go the way of that. What was it like that Joe dude who went in
Joe Exotic.
Joe
Exotic.
Exotic. Yeah.
Who?
You got the Joe Exotic of the neighbourhood. You haven't
Oh.
watched, if you haven't watched Tiger King,
He was a crazy man. He
Oh,
was crazy.
man.
Yeah, he is. He's not. Oh.
The middle one at the bottom.
Yeah.
No.
Not the middle one at the bottom.
It slid out like butter, dude.
Yeah, I went for that one.
The middle ones on this particular one do not like to be
None of the blocks want to move.
Go up a bit higher
They're not
so it's
quite
not
as
so
smooth
tough.
as-
Make them.
Try to even it out.
Would
Okay.
love if they were sort of like beveled on the edges, and then there'd be more pressure on each point.
Why are you taking it from the
It's already
bottom
pretty
like that?
stressful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I
Wait,
don't
no,
need
imagine they had a
more stress.
square
It's
cross
horrible as
section,
every turn
and
goes
there was
by,
a little
you know,
board
'cause
that
you know
you
you'll
could set
come
them
in.
in,
When I-
so they
when
were
I
sort of like in a
started, I was
diamond
like,
formation.
Oh, what? No.
And then they all had notches along them.
And
Oh,
Rosie
my
going to
God.
draw the last block.
And one of them vibrated, so Mac could just text and it was like,
Woohoo! It's
Honestly, you're such a daredevil.
The middle ones are the easy ones. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just moved the whole tower like it was a trick shot.
Yeah, it's like John Virgo.
It was not intentional.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So, as Lani is taken out of this world by a little broken porcelain fisherman,
What a way to go.
It's a representation of the Nile.
the three toys in the room, battered aside by Leonard. What is Maynard currently doing as this scene plays out?
He'll be like, "Good shot, kid. Let's get out of here." And he like takes Leonard, and like we go towards the front door. I'm basically like taking you out of the room with me.
You go towards the front door and see Lani lying on the ground with a small porcelain fisherman stabbing her in the back with a broken fishing rod.
Oh yeah, we didn't see that. Oh god.
Lying.
You're nice for
I'm just gonna
poking
I'm just gonna pick up the fisherman statue and break it.
Okay, go ahead and
Like it's just a toy, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, go ahead and draw from the
Rough it up.
statue. You reach down and grab this fisherman statue from the back of Lani. It is porcelain, so it's kind of hard to snap. But you basically just slam it against a wall and shatter the remains of it, and till it falls to the ground in so many pieces that it couldn't possibly come back.
Hopefully.
You guys run around to the front door of the property and see the boards that have been nailed across it, nailing the door
Yeah, I
shut.
knew that was there already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll turn to Leonard and say, "Any bright ideas, kid?"
I'm gonna call my parents.
You you pull out your phone and go to start calling your parents, and so you get a hold, you call through, and you get a hold of your parents.
Can't believe that worked.
Yeah, your mother answers the phone. She goes, Leonard, where are you?
I'm at the Clayton's party.
Why are you at the Clayton's party? We weren't invited.
A friend brought me as their +1.
Leonard, come home, okay? It's very late. You shouldn't be out this late.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I will. I love you.
Aww.
I love you too, sweetie. Look, just get home. It's fine. Just you just shouldn't be out this late, okay? And we shouldn't be at the.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Does he start crying in front of like Maynard?
Yeah, I think so. He's seen his fair share of absolute horrors.
Horrible, yeah.
And Maynard was like, "Man up, kid," and starts like prying the boards off with the gun. So he like used the gun as a lever to pry.
Okay.
Oh, this could be bad.
This could be.
Yeah, go ahead and draw. Go ahead and draw 2 for me.
You just got your parents and told them nothing. I miss you, alright, bye.
Yeah, like, you know what? Like, I was all like, okay, you know what? I'm like, can you come get me?
Yeah, I think I left. There's
It's
people
hard to
I
laugh.
know your show's on tonight. Can you come get me?
So you're drawing.
He lives 3 houses away.
You're drawing 2. One which is to actually pry the boards, and the second one is to not do the very obvious thing that could happen when trying to pry boards off a wall with a shotgun.
Shoot myself in the face.
Or worse, the child.
Or yeah, or shoot Leonard.
I don't think the rules of this game will permit that unless you give up. So.
So Maynard starts working with a shotgun, starts prying these boards off the door without issue. And we will cut back outside.
I was hoping you'd forgotten.
No, I hadn't forgotten at all. There's a lot
Can
was
they come
going
get
on.
me, or then they just tell me to come home on my own? Like it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man, don't do this.
Like
to
it's
us.
just down the road. Just
Yeah.
You're an adult now.
Yeah. You need to be able to do these things yourself.
You went to the party, get your own with
You are outside in, and we're in the darkness as these things and figurines started moving towards you. The gate itself, as it's an electronic gate, we're kind of cutting back a little bit here, but being basically closed and immovable without power. So what was the doctor doing?
Does the gate look like it can be climbed?
It does look like it could potentially be climbed.
I just want to go home.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, he didn't really want to come to the party. He was locked out of the house and then things have started to attack him. He's kind of just done. He's like, this is either a really elaborate practical joke, which I do not appreciate, or there is something going on that I do not understand. And quite frankly, I'm done!
Okay, go ahead and draw 2 blocks for me. One is to climb,
Yeah.
and the other one is to hold on when the power comes back on.
Oh no! Okay.
Good, well played. It did happen.
Oh, you're gonna get smoshed in a mechanism.
No!
You can do it. You can do it.
Okay.
You're in a good place.
Okay. No.
So with the garden gnomes and the porcelain frog slowly encroaching on you as you are at this closed gate, you decide to just call fuck it and start climbing.
What? Are you crazy?
He's evil, that's what he is. No,
Climbing.
No.
Oh, you're a monster.
Wanting to
Climbing
Listen,
up the gate as suddenly the power turns on and the gate swings open.
what did I just do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm so
Kill us all.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I
You,
just killed somebody.
the gate swings open as you are hanging onto it. As it reaches the point where it is completely open, you drop down from the gate and run out down the path towards the road to your car. And
Oh, get in the car and drive away.
okay,
Preferably while driving
But-
over the little
You
bastard.
drove your car to a block party?
Apparently!
well,
Oh,
I mean,
global warming's a myth, so it doesn't really matter, does it?
It's electric.
Yeah.
it's an electric car.
Yeah, it's an electric car, please.
Well, for the
I think
purposes
we
of you just not walking away from the game,
No, that's totally fair.
you go to climb into your car.
I'm gonna pull in on
Thought less about let's get home and more about let's get as far away from this place as humanly possible. So I am going to need you to once again draw 2 for me.
Oh, I hope that you've defeated yourself.
The first one,
Into a motor vehicle.
Yeah, no.
yeah, the first one is to get in and start the car, and the second one is to actually drive away.
I've killed myself, is what I've done here. And that's entirely fair from trying to run away.
I'm rooting for you. I like the idea that
You-
you're escaping and no one ever believes you.
Yeah.
Discredited doctor.
You run down the street to where your car is placed, clicking the automatic lock as you go to open it.
Go mad and
Just-
die penniless from the things that you've seen. Nobody believes you.
Running over,
Having
and
a little
you
difficult
see
leaving all those people behind.
you
He has
you
no
hear
guilt.
the change in sound as the garden gnomes and the frogs move from running on grass to running on pavement.
Oh god.
This is a physical manifestation of your guilt.
Don't say that, I'm shaking.
You're leaving all of us to be killed by toys.
He doesn't know.
And
He got locked out of the house and then attacked by garden
That's
gnomes.
fair.
Oh, and you did see the body
I'm
nailed to
ready
the
for
door.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, it's not good.
and as you
Still,
run down the street and you open the door of your car, you you
Oh my
climb
God.
into the driver's seat. You begin to fumble with your keys and drop the keys on the floor.
bravo.
In a panic, you lean down, you grab your keys, you begin to fumble trying to find the one that starts your car.
I am. This is not good for my health. Why am I?
This is just your first one.
Yeah, you don't know what to do after this.
Why did you say that?
I'm actually crying.
It's better.
I hate you.
I get that a lot.
Each second shaves off a year of your life in real life.
Through,
There's no way.
you
Yeah.
find
That's
the
No,
right
It's still
key.
abandoned.
Not like that.
Okay.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Little wiggles. Little wiggles.
That's strangely calming.
I reckon he's got it. Oh.
Breathe.
You find the right key
Don't need that.
and stick it in the ignition, starting up the car.
Oh my gosh.
Remember, you'll go as next.
Yeah. Make it easy. Make life easy on yourself.
right-handed. Oh no, that's.
It's still your block.
Oh.
Don't put your hand down like that.
We're going down.
No, I know. I just need to.
You peel off and start driving down the street, but the way out of the street does go back past the house, so
Yeah, that's what
Go.
I would do.
Yeah.
I would have done that.
You
Makes it easier on
Yeah.
everyone.
peel off, seeing these garden gnomes and the frog running towards you as you drive off into the distance. As you try to get away.
My life.
Yay!
Not doing too much there. It is very much like this.
You've got to celebrate an absolute sight.
Yeah. You mount the pavement and crush all three of them as you drive away from the scene.
Excuse me while I go throw up.
I don't think there's much else that I can do to you at this point.
You've driven away.
I mean,
I'm driven away!
So
I lived!
So,
In 60 years, you die of
I mean-
shame.
he hasn't looked over
I
his
don't
shoulder yet.
care!
Yeah.
You find out the rest of us die horrible deaths.
I mean, the porcelain could puncture the tires. That's something that could happen.
I mean, it definitely could. Yeah, no, there's still a way that this could go down, but I think it's,
You might get blinded by my
Fair
ugly lights
enough.
and crap.
yeah.
Oh god, the house is so hideous.
So,
I feel
like
so
not
bad
just
leaving
the
you
lights
guys.
affect the house itself
As,
is reflective.
You always come back.
as the doctor drives off into the distance, we will cut over to.
I'm going to get help.
Yeah, sure thing.
We will cut over to.
It's been ages.
I know. Yeah, we cut over to Reggie. We're gonna cut over to
I'm
Reggie.
so sorry.
It is very much
Don't
like
worry.
this.
Um,
I've got this.
where is Reggie currently?
Reggie is. He did the
These boxes.
fuse box.
You did the fuse box, yeah. So
And-
you're,
So lights are all back on.
yes.
So then I make my way back to the main room, and I think I'm aware that there's some kind of weird.
Oh, he did.
Well, actually, this is right up my alley because like I majored in xenoarchaeology,
Yes,
but I have a passing interest in cryptozoology and other occult things.
you do.
So I'd like to try and find out if do I know anything about this curse?
Interesting. I say, as you assess this, you're taking a second to assess the scene to see if you can work out what's going on and if it's something that you recognize. So I'm going to ask you to draw one.
I don't know what it's like to watch this.
As you look around at the three living toys, the Barbie, the Furby, and the teddy bear, standing up in the corner. As you see Wally running through from the other side of the room with
Wow, clean. That's very clean.
everyone else at the ready. You look around and know that something demonic in nature has possessed these toys. But by the very nature of demonic possession, the entity must have been brought into this house through one particular vessel, and it has spread from that vessel into the other, any anthropomorphic figurine in this property. And you know that if you can work out which is the original and destroy that original, that would end the possession of all the things in this property.
This sounds like the time King Tut got cursed. Bless his soul. Is anyone else around? I'll put it in the main room now.
You are in the main room. Lonnie is dead on the floor behind you.
No lost thought then.
Are we prying off the wood? Is that what's happening?
Those two, you kind of ran past those two at the front door, prying wood off the prying the wood off the front door, and Wally is like over here.
And I burst out the toilet with, I've used the makeup to paint a W on my face.
Yes,
Yes.
with a lipstick W
Yeah.
drawn on his
And like,
face.
he's like ripping his shirt off, and he's just like,
You're just way too cooked.
yeah, he's just like, the show, it's the show. Whew.
Walter,
Please call me Wild Child.
Mr. Child. You like toys, don't you? Just sell them.
I have 100 action figures in my likeness, all patented.
We need to find an important action figure of some kind.
The 1983 Road to Rumble. Yeah, you can't get it anywhere. No, I haven't even got it.
Well, I'm thinking more of a traditionally cursed doll, but...
I don't have any of those.
Well, we need to find one and destroy it. If you want to survive
Just
this.
talk to my agent. I don't do the manufacturing.
As you are having this conversation,
Look what capitalism has done to the world.
as you are having this conversation from around the corner from the bathroom that Wally had just been in, the doll that was previously underneath the Christmas tree walks around with the knitting needle still in her hand.
I just hit that thing in the head with a toilet. Wasn't at work either, it was real.
Still got powder there.
As you do.
It didn't even go down.
Mr. Child, we must destroy it.
Alright, well, we think a tag team? Let's go. You're in.
Damn.
I hit it once.
I'm gonna recite something in like ancient Egyptian at it. In the hope that it like stuns it with some ancient Egyptian magic spell.
gonna
Cool.
Look
The
at the
closest
dead or
thing we
something.
can approximate to how it sounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he does that, I'm really disappointedly going to shake my head and break a wine
Yeah.
bottle.
And when I say it, all the syllables are gonna be like, Chafay, Chimlize, like, you know, it's just like in a very British accent. Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead and draw from the tower.
Oh no! Almost knocked it straight over.
As you start reciting some very garbled ancient Egyptian in as close approximation as you can imagine that language actually sounding. At this doll, which is slowly approaching the two of you with the massive knitting needle. And
He makes the Jenga bend to its will.
as you see from behind you the teddy bear, the Furby, and the Barbie approaching from the other side.
You're a master.
The other side. You say these words, and it doesn't so much magically stun the doll in as much as the doll stops and kind of stares at you for a second, as in, what on earth are you, with a look of what on earth are you saying?
As I think it's been successful, I'm going to shout, "Take that, science!"
Oh no, this is just reinforcing all of your bad.
Absolutely, yeah.
At which point you hear the final crack of wood being pulled from the front door, as Maynard and Leonard open the front door and look out across the garden. From the porch lights, you see marching from the darkness hundreds of Wally action figures.
Oh my
Okay,
god!
I'm ready to die now.
So they're marching. Are the legs going up very high and
Yes.
straight, and the arms are like
They don't,
so
have,
high?
they don't really have bendable knees and arms, so they're kind of goose step marching across.
Loads
across
of accessories though. Loads of accessories.
like an army towards the
Yeah,
property.
they've got a button on the back that makes them go like that.
It screams on my catchphrases.
Yes.
One of them sort of like bends back and like,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
throwing
Just
actions.
loud. Amazing.
Moving towards
It's
the
like
front
one
of the
the
building.
introspection. It's
Yeah.
It's just turned into gang beasts.
Yeah.
like,
With that coming from outside and from the inside, there is the Barbie, the Furby, the teddy bear, and the possessed doll with the knitting needle all encroaching. We're going to turn over to Wally,
Oh no.
because Wally hasn't really done anything for
Yeah,
a little
that's
while.
fine. I believe me and the Pharaoh are fighting this thing. Whatever you done was unimpressive, but it worked, I guess. So I'm going to try to grab the doll by the throat and choke slam her through a glass table.
Cool. Go ahead.
Most ridiculous thing I've heard.
He's not in a...
Go ahead
Clown
and
face.
no.
this is going to be a pull. This is going to be 2 pulls.
Oh, God.
One is to grab the doll, and the
So
second is to
wonky.
choke slam them.
Alright, I'm definitely dead, but I feel very, very happy.
Wally, no.
No? Okay.
Oh,
So
my
you
goodness.
run over, and you hear recordings of your voice in the background, just
Tiny.
repeatedly shouting out your different catchphrases.
Which are?
I declare war on you. It's about to get wild up in here.
You reach down and grab a hold of this doll wielding the knitting needle.
Where my wildlings at?
And pick her up from the ground. She reaches up with the needle and is prepared to stab at you to prevent you from doing what you're going to do.
Are you champion?
That you have
I was
successfully
born wild.
grabbed a hold of her. And hold her up high into the air and carry her over to the glass coffee table by the side of the room as Maynard and Leonard run into the room, followed by 100 little ewes.
Oh, we turn around and run in.
I'd imagine so.
Oh, yeah.
You saw that.
And yeah, I'd be like, I knew it was his fault.
American dream.
This would be easier if we had a
Bastard.
tiger to defend us.
It's on its way. There's an outdated one that was sued by the Rolling Stones because it says, "You need wild horses to drag yourself away from me." For those of you that like that song.
You reach up with this doll in your hand, go to bring her down into the table.
If this falls, I know how he's gonna die.
Yeah, I know. I kind of, I don't want to force it out. Play properly. Oh my god, that felt bad. Doesn't feel good.
Just up into the air, just in slow motion, bringing this doll down, down.
Wild
heart!
heart. That's my finisher.
No. Yeah.
Do you want to tag out?
I can do this.
Slamming the doll, smashing through the coffee table. and just hearing the sounds of cheering from just inside your head as you bring down this doll through the glass table. Turn around, raising your hands in triumph, and seeing for the first time this hundreds of your action figure flooding into the room behind Maynard and Leonard. Maynard, Leonard, Reggie, and Wally, you are all in this room together now with the army of Wallies, the teddy bear, the Barbie, the Furby, and from beneath the glass with a few tears in her fabric now, the doll pulls herself out from the glass shards. You have certainly done damage to her, but have not yet destroyed her. And they are all enclosing around you. Who is taking initiative on this?
Is there a chandelier in this room?
Yes.
Where is it anchored to the wall?
It is anchored in the dead center of this family room area, the coffee table being over here. So everything where you guys are kind of stood, you were kind of all encircled here. It is anchored to this outer wall over here.
Okay. I want to try and drop it, which is probably going to require something sharp, but Lonnie was holding a knife.
That's
So,
true.
I want to try and retrieve the knife from her and get over to the wall where it's presumably held by a rope or something like that.
Okay. So,
And then I'm going to wait for all the Wallies to walk right under it.
okay, cool. So this, so you're going for the knife.
This is a complex maneuver.
You are going to, so you're going for the knife. You're going to take the knife, which is currently over here. So the knife is currently here. You're going for the knife. You're going to grab the knife, run over to the chandelier placement, which is at the other side of the room, the mounting, and cut the rope to make the chandelier fall on the Wallies. I'm going to be kind. This is only going to be 2.
Okay.
Could have very easily been 3.
I know.
So the first one is to run over and grab the knife, and the second one is to run over and cut the chandelier.
Man.
You leap over the Wallies, and grab the knife from next to Lani's body. You leap back over the Wallies with the knife, and holy shit. And
Rosie does a back bend too.
run across the room to where the chandelier is affixed.
Nice.
And cut the rope. The 3 of you, as you are backing up, see this chandelier come crashing
Everybody out
down.
of the way!
Come crashing down from the ceiling.
So nasal.
That was even too much for me, but you know what? We'll take it.
And flattens a good number of the Wallies get crushed by the chandelier as it drops down to the ground. Their plastic bent and broken to the point where, as the figures start to try and stand up again, they're really struggling to get back on their feet. There is still a large number of them, but a lot of them, more than half of them have been crushed by the chandelier at this point.
There's glass everywhere.
There is glass everywhere. And you see the Wallies and the doll, the teddy bear, the Barbie, and the Furby all, and what's left of the Wallies, I should say, continue to encircle the rest of you. the Reggie, Wally, and Maynard, who is taking initiative on this?
I will.
Okay.
Maynard will look at the two guys and say, right, which one of these damn things are in charge?
The choke-slammed one, my dear.
I don't know what that means.
The one you don't like, him.
You're in charge.
Woo! I'm the boss man.
So you're the one I have to put a bullet in to get this to stop.
No, what are you talking about? He's talking about the child, the doll. Just put it for the table. Go in for the kill.
Okay, so
I was looking for an excuse to shoot me. He starts crying.
Maynard, just imagine it's infringing your property rights.
Maynard is going to aim the gun at the doll.
Okay.
And take a shot.
Go ahead and pull from the tower.
One?
Just one.
You can do it.
Yikes.
Yep.
The only bullet.
The single bullet that you have in this gun.
Yeah,
It comes down to one pull of the tower to as you line up the gun. Lining up the gun with the small possessed doll and the knitting needle. You fire off your round and the small doll bursts into a pile of stuffing and fabric on the ground. And there is a moment of pause as the rest of the toys in the room look around at all of you. All of them try to charge.
Oh.
But as they do, they all drop to the ground motionless.
That's fucking
And you guys
teamwork.
survive the Christmas party at the Clayton homestead.
Yeah!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Oh my god.
Did you know Christmas was actually an Egyptian holiday?
That was so tense.
That was really stressful.
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm sold.
Thank you.
I feel like Fergus still needs to put one car, like one
I
more
know,
block,
like to
there's
see if he
something-
doesn't get a car.
Yeah.
something smuggled in
Wait.
his car.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a thought. Yeah.
I
let's-
gotta try this though. I gotta try this.
What?
I've
Wait,
always
wait.
wanted-
No, hang on.
Right, still be dead.
One last thing.
Oh, it's running away.
The credits roll. And then
We
cut to
yeah.
this.
For cutting and running, the cowardice must be punished.
Cool. I don't know. I don't care.
So go ahead,
I don't
Fergus,
care.
and draw the last block of the game. Why
So
not?
he's like he's in Tijuana and he stopped at like a motel to get a drink and he's using the toilet and they gave him the key on the with the block. Oh
He
yeah.
thinks he's fine.
Oh.
Oh no.
I had to run away, didn't I? I had to.
Perfect.
Oh, stupid, fecky, Egypt.
It's that weird toy that was left in the car from your ex-wife that you gave her like 2 years
Well,
ago
this
for
is-
something.
That bitch.
This is going to be kind of jumping back a little bit in time. So
I can see the one you need to do.
He's telling me. He deserved it.
Okay, that's fair.
We fought to
We stayed.
the end, yeah.
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 I died.
We blurred it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
One death, that's not so bad.
It's not so bad. It might be two.
It's definitely going to be 2. It's definitely going to be 2. I'm going to die.
You've sped off down the street and you are trying to make your way out of this thing. You've crushed the porcelain frog and the garden gnomes that were chasing you.
How long is the stream going on for?
Oh, he's going to go on for hours. I'm going to spend all... No.
We've been streaming for like nearly 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
To the midnight
So
stream
it's going to be a 4 hour.
I pushed it, actually.
As the doctor speeds off down the street, your headlights catch from the side of the road the first sighting before they'd entered the house of the Wally army.
That's fair. That's fair.
You, distracted by what's going on, your wheel clips the curb and you panic and steer and spin out as the vehicle crashes side on against a small wall, shattering the window and the side of the car. You are lying there stirring, just stunned by the impact, as you hear the sounds of tiny plastic hands climbing up the side of the car. They climb up, punch through the window, and 100 tiny Wallies
Fucking Wally.
swarm over you.
Fucking Wally.
Righteous.
And in a sort of maneuver of a bunch of these guys chaining themselves together, they grab you in a headlock
I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. That's
and
badass.
strangle and choke you out against the back car, the headrest of the car seat, until you are no longer breathing.
I'm going to take you where the wild things are.
Excuse repeated.
I'm not even mad.
And that is our epilogue moment. Concludes our Christmas horror one-shot stream.
Excellent, my man.
Thank you guys. Thanks everyone who came along and watched this stream. We hope you enjoyed it. If you are watching this on Twitch, then please go ahead and remember to follow and subscribe. You can subscribe for free through your Amazon Prime account if you have not used that already on another streamer. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, please remember to like, comment and subscribe as well, as all that really helps out the channel. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to you guys for coming along and joining me in
Thanks for
this.
having me.
Thanks for
So, until next time, everyone, have a Merry Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you are celebrating this time of year. Enjoy it. Make it a good one. We all deserve it after the last year that we've had. Thank you all.
Bye. Don't get many more toys.